Hello everyone, it's James here from Twisted Assisted. I just thought I'd do a comparison video today as the UK EDC community is in the grip of Luna Mania, namely the real steel Luna slip joint, which is fantastically popular at the moment, and it's not hard to understand why. I just thought I'd do a comparison video between the Luna and another lesser known UK legal slip joint, which is also available from Real Steel, the Gslip Compact. Now, interestingly enough, the Gslip was released before the Luna, but it had a blade length of 89mm, which made it outside the parameters set for UK legal carry. So they've remedially tackled this by redesigning the knife to have a shorter blade, which now comes out at about 75mm. So it has a chance of being something of a contender to the EDC community for the Luna. The Luna, of course, has a 70mm long blade, which, if you're somebody that likes to be comfortably under the maximum blade length for UK legal carry, then this would be the obvious knife for you. So we'll start off with some of the similarities between the two knives. You can see that they both sport the distinctive machining here on the long pull. So there's some continuity there. They both have a 2/3 stop, there, and they both have similar spring tension. Now, let's talk about the differences. First off, the blade geometry. The Gslip Compact is obviously 5mm longer. It's a thinner, narrower blade, I should say, and longer, with less of a belly than the Luna. The Luna is stouter at the base and then narrows quite dramatically towards a very fine point. Blade steels, the Luna Lite, which is the model I have here, that has got D2 as the blade steel, and the Gslip Compact has got VG10. So both very different steels. Personally, I would be a fan, probably more leaning towards the VG10, purely on its stainless qualities. Although, you know, D2 is a very fine steel in its own regard. Now, with the Gslip Compact, I think it's worth noting that one of the main reasons I like this knife is that to strip it, you only need to take out 2 screws. You've got to take out the pivot and then this retaining screw at the back, which also holds in the pocket clip. Torx 6, so with one Torx tool you can strip this knife down into parts, whereas the Luna, you are going to need a Torx 8 and then a Torx 6 to strip this knife. It's a fairly minor thing, but it's quite a strong pro in favour of the Gslip for me. What's also worth noting is that the Gslip has got recessed steel liners in the scales, which partly the reason why I've chosen this natural G10 jade model is you may be able to pick up on the video, you can see the drill outs on the steel liner. So the actual body and scales is quite bolstered by the presence of the steel, which is not something that the Luna has. But does it make a vast difference? No, not really. The Luna is still a very sturdy knife in its own right. Another difference which is worth noting is that just below the ricasso on the Luna, there's some jimping there for grip, and if you choke up on this knife hard, then that jimping really does assist in it not closing on you. The Gslip Compact does not have a similar length on the actual the tang that goes down towards the pivot, and has no jimping there. And you can still choke up on it, and if you apply pressure, then it does also prevent the knife blade from shutting on your hand, but not as effectively as the Luna. Also, the pocket clips are very different, as you can see. I know that some people have expressed to me some concerns over the Luna. Is it durable? Well, so far so good. I've not seen anyone's pocket clip snapping. This style from the Gslip Compact here, which is the very thin one, again, I haven't heard of any of them breaking. So they are fairly lightweight pocket clips, though. That is to bear in mind there. So they've both got a satin grind on the blades. The Gslip, of course, does not have the range that the Luna has. It doesn't have the premium models. It doesn't have 10 different colours that you can get the G10 in. Currently, I think my supplier only do 3 colours. They do the natural G10, the jade, and they do black, and then they do a green G10 with a black coated blade. So it's down to personal preference and choice, but I just thought I would like to share with you and compare these two knives together. Now, I was just about to end this without talking about the most important difference, and that is price. As we all know, the Luna is a very affordable knife, £30 to £35 for a Luna Lite. The Gslip Compact runs in at about £60. So that is something to bear in mind. I think that is going to have an impact on its popularity. But for that £60, you do get a lot of knife. I think we've been spoilt by the Luna. So, if the Luna didn't exist, then I don't think people would bat an eyelid at the £60 price tag of the Gslip. You do get the box with a cleaning cloth and instructions and spec sheet that you get with most of the real steel knives. And of course the Luna Lite just comes with this very minimalist cardboard box, no cleaning cloth, but hey, we don't care about that because you are getting an awful lot of knife for the money. Fit and finish is exactly what you'd expect, both identical, both very, very good indeed, what we have come to expect and love from real steel. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.